on agility, coordination, footwork, balance for tennis. You're in the right place. If you ever need another mimosa or orange juice, Cindy right here's our girl. She'll get it for us. Bring the whole bottle. She can also maybe pass around the sign-up list if you want to be the first to know about the upcoming tennis classes and events and fun. So we'll get that passed around as well. You got your handouts. Let me introduce myself. I'm Danielle. I'm the WellFit Program Manager. And my office is at the gym at Orchard Creek. If you want to hunt me down, you'll find me there. Let me know if you have ideas, suggestions, anything. Come chat with me. We'll brainstorm together. So today, enough about me. We're here to introduce our tennis pro, Eric Garcia. So stick with me a little bit. I'm going to read his bio. It's good to hear. Yeah, woo! It's good to hear. So Eric has been actively involved in tennis since the 1990s. He has been a USPTA certified professional for the past 21 years and played for and enjoyed success with the American River College men's tennis team. In 2003, Eric began his teaching profession as an assistant tennis professional, and in 2005 became the head tennis professional at Riverbend Golf and Country Club in Reading. He created and developed a successful tennis program that included adults, juniors, and college players of all levels. In addition to his position at Riverbend Golf and Country Club, Eric recognized the lack of access to tennis in his community at large. So with the support of USTA and the local Parks and Recreation Department, he spearheaded and developed a robust USTA Community Tennis Association program. Woo woo! There's more to read here, but I will let you guys check it out. He's got a nice bio. Most importantly, we have Eric here with us, developing a robust tennis program as we speak. So we were very fortunate to have him come into our WellFit world and tackle being a resident and an employee and on the tennis club and wearing multi-hats. So we're very lucky to have all of his extra above and beyond hard work to bring us all together. So I think I might start with a little bit of some of this and then we'll switch into yours. Okay, so we offer a lot of classes. You probably already saw. We got a couple handouts, not only for technique of tennis, but also some stretching classes and some agility and balance classes. So as you know, conditioning our body is very important for our activities. So tennis today happens to be our focus, so a lot of the exercise demos and equipment is going to be geared towards playing tennis. So if you want to join me for a couple little warm-ups, you can do it right from where you are. And if you'd rather sit and watch, that's fine too. I'll talk to you a little bit about active stretching and passive stretching. So the active stretching is the ones you want to do right in the beginning, before you play or before your activity. And that's going to be the moving stretches in your warm-up. So if you want to join me, this is the first one. Halloween is coming. We're Frankensteins, and you're just kicking, and you're trying to stay up really tall. You don't want to hunch over. So here we go. When you flex your foot, yes, this would be part of the warm-up because it's an active stretch. So do you feel the backside of your leg kind of stretch and stretch and stretch? That's an active stretch. It's a moving stretch, but that's going to get us ready to play. Now here's the other side. Kick your booty. Kick your booty. Kick your booty. Now you're trying to feel the stretch in the front of the leg and the front of the hip and get tall. And you feel that little pull. That muscle there is going to help protect us from tendonitis in our knee, like patellar tendonitis. So make sure we stretch those, about 10 on each side. We're alternating. Now go really, really wide. And when you sink into one side, the other toe comes up. And then you switch. And you alternate at your own pace. And that's an active stretch of the groin thigh. So just a few each side, sinking in easy and slow. Because you want to feel the stretch, but not strain it. Yes. Then we'll talk about after you play, because you guys have all played already this morning, right? So then we do those passive stretches where you're holding. Now you're just going to walk around on your tippy toes. Just walk around on your tippy toes. And not too much bouncing, just smooth. We're getting all those muscles around your foot and ankle warmed up to play. Active, active. Then on the heels. On the heels. On the heels. Oh, you can watch. You learn a lot from watching. Oh yeah, now we're warming up all those muscles in the front of your shin and the front of your foot. Perfect. One foot in front, one foot in back. Get grounded. Get your balance, get your posture. Now, whichever foot is in front, that's the arm that's gonna open and stretch back and then come back to the front and go again on that same side. And a few in a row. And each time you might be able to rotate a little further, stretch that shoulder back. Oh yeah. And breathing. That's why you're gonna come to class. Hold you accountable. Switch. So the stretching classes will show you a lot of these things. You can put it in your routine, or you can just keep coming to class and meet new friends and hold yourself accountable for doing it. And one more on this side. Got to warm up the core rotation. You guys are doing a lot of reaching and rotating on the court, right? Yeah. All right, perfect. So that's a little mini warm up before you play, some active stretching to get you ready. You can take a sip break if you want, but I'd much rather you join me in a few challenges here. So this is typical of what you could see in like a small group training class. Some things to really get your body ready for the court. This one would be a balance challenge. So if I have a brave volunteer, you're gonna try to balance on one foot, and then you're gonna go through the clock. 1 o'clock, well that's 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock, balance. 2 o'clock, tight, quick touch, balance. 3 o'clock, balance. 4 o'clock, balance. You get where I'm going with this, and you try to balance, and then you switch legs. Any brave volunteers? Yeah? Yeah, come on, try it out. Try it out. So one leg, balance, then light touch, and you're gonna go around counterclockwise around your clock. Not too fast, not too fast. Are we talking about side shuffling today at all? Side stepping today? Another brave volunteer, come follow me through this ladder. Side step, side step, side step, side step, side step. Anybody? Anybody, come on. Brave volunteer. Side step, oh, thank you. Pick your feet up. When you side step, you gotta exaggerate picking your feet up so you don't trip yourself. So you kind of just lift your knee up a little higher than you think you need to. And then you get a little quicker. Step 10, go the other way. All right, who's ready to balance? Woo! Okay, I want to try this side. So you're gonna hold on tight, step right in the middle, and then you're gonna bring your feet out to the sides, and you're gonna try to go like this. Oh, that's easy, because you've done it in class, huh? So we're good. We're getting the muscles strong, we're getting our speed up, we're getting our reaction skills firing. All the little intrinsic muscles are working to stabilize our joints. So it's building up the proper foundation before you build the big muscle on top. Anybody want to try the Bosu? And another balance challenge. Come on over here, try this one, single leg balance. Single leg balance. Definitely hold on to the side. Okay, we got another challenge right here. Watch me for a second. Now, we talk about not backpedaling. I think Eric's gonna address that. It's very dangerous to backpedal. Go straight back. So this ladder, you're gonna practice 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And you're gonna go fast. 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1, and then you can switch. Because you don't want to go straight back. You want your leg, that muscle memory to sink in, to go sideways or slightly back, I think, right? So either sideways for a reach or slightly back, because straight back is very dangerous to fall back and hit your head. So let's try it. Okay, let's try it, try it. So you're gonna step back into about 3 o'clock so that you're not going straight back. Well, you're gonna do both sides. So do maybe your right side first and then try your left side. And you're just looking for speed and muscle memory so that your brain is kind of already trained to go sideways or slightly back rather than straight back. A lot of this is repetition and muscle memory. All right, we got another one right here. Rotator cuff, we got to prevent injuries, right? That's the whole idea of conditioning our body, not only to play better, but to prevent injuries. So keeping your elbow close to your body, this is that one to warm up and work on your rotator cuff. And then when you face the other way, you come across. Where's that tennis racket? We got to make it pertain to tennis. You can slide a tennis racket right in here, and then it kind of makes it fun because it's like, oh no, this is for tennis, you know. This is the harder version for your rotator cuff. So all things we like to work on in class. So we avoid injury, or we can help make it feel a little better if it was already injured. Let's see if we can get creative here. That's what we like to do in class. Make it kind of fun, right? Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's your rotator cuff. Warming up. And then when you go this way, it slides a little. So we got to go from here to half. But you keep your elbow down for this one. The other one is rotations. A lot of core, right? We always talk about core. We talk about needing more power and strength from our core, not only to hit better balls, but also to protect our back. So we don't need back injuries. So you're bracing, and rotating. And you can always, don't get too creative. And that's what you're looking for. And you're getting your hip and your glute to help protect your back, to help. And then you can get super creative, and I think you guys do some different reaches, right? So you can just simulate what you're gonna do on the court and make sure you're really braced. Anybody wanna try this one? Come on over. Come on over.
What's the rule of thumb on resistance?
Oh, this one is the easier resistance. So always start light. Once you feel it and get the technique of it, then you can move up to the yellow is medium, and then the red is stronger. So just feel the tension so you know what to expect. Kind of start a little bit on the easier side and then build up. And also, you guys know rubber bands, so the further out you go away from your anchor point, it'll give you more resistance as well. Ooh, 6 pounds.
Technique is really important.
Technique, absolutely. Okay, I need a brave volunteer.
Well, I'll do this one with Jim.
Yeah.
Ready, Jim?
Tell him what to do.
We're gonna go
Wait, let
sideways
us
here.
feel it first. Feel how much it weighs
we
first.
did this earlier.
Yeah, let him feel it.
Okay, wrong guy. You first. All right, we're gonna turn sideways like this.
Yeah.
Okay, how often do we do this in tennis? Rotate and rotate. So here we go.
You're gonna throw it. Rotate. Yeah.
And it's 6 pounds ball. And again, technique, right? Nice and slow and controlled.
And back to back even,
Yep.
like you
Yep.
were talking about?
Yep,
Go
so
back
we
to
can do
back.
this one. If we have a hard time with that, okay, we're gonna go this side first. Just hand it off. Uh-oh.
Oh, good balance practice.
This is the closest I've ever been to gym.
Good for you. So that ball in particular does not bounce. This one does. So sometimes you need to do some different drills that bounce, and you can slam it. Just don't hit yourself in the face. And it's a lot of core. A lot of core, and it's a hand-eye coordination thing, just like tennis, but also just really trying to get you to safely rotate and engage your core properly. Questions on any of those? You want to try it? Pass it around? Should we pass it around? Awesome. Woo! I think we need more mimosas for this. Oh no, maybe not.
And all of this is available to use in either one of the two fitness centers.
So, some of the passive stretches we kind of do at the end, I think. Did anybody want to try this band? Okay. You've done it before? It's too light. I like your style. Good. Yeah, and keep that elbow next to your body.
Yep.
Perfect. That's right.
Dr. Danielle?
Yeah. Good. So,
Okay.
I'll let you take it away and we'll really dive into the footwork of tennis, I think. Oh yes, that's more like it. Yes, the free motion, absolutely. So what he's talking about is that free motion cable pulley machine. So then instead of resistance bands, you're moving weight plates, which is harder. Yep, yep. Oh, good, I like the crossover. Awesome, well, Eric, take it away.
Okay, so you guys can see how all of these that she's demonstrated actually tie into tennis movement, right? On some
your
level,
shoes.
we do that every time we're on the tennis
Do you
court.
want me to take your glass?
And
Nice
Want me
looking
to take it?
shoes.
you know what we have to do is we have to make an investment in ourselves, and that is trying to stay active, have good balance and agility, and that strength training the way that she's demonstrated. But we can also work on footwork. And so a lot of the moves that she saw today with Danielle, we're going to kind of demonstrate in some actual tennis-specific work, footwork. Y'all got a handout, so I won't read through all the other stuff about the importance of the investment, fatigue and endurance. You know, obviously the better footwork you have, the more efficient you are on a tennis court, and you can actually play longer. You know, obviously we know that tennis players live on an average of 10 years longer than other athletes that play different sports. So that's kind of a cool statistic. We will go through some of the basic tennis footwork and the no-no footwork, I call them. So I probably told every one of you at one time or another, don't backpedal. When you backpedal, it's very easy to catch a heel. And the first thing you do is you brace yourself with your wrists. And as we know from one of our residents here playing tennis not too long ago, she has a broken wrist. The other one is the crossover step. Now, the crossover step has, in some way, has some benefit, but you can see how it would be easy to catch a heel or to catch a toe when you're moving. And again, the same thing applies. You brace yourself when you fall, wrist suffer. Hopefully not a break, but you know, you can definitely get injured. So we'll go on, those are the two no-no footworks thing that I just say, just don't do it. If somebody hits the ball and you're out of position, you can't get there, except for doing those footwork moves, it's a nice shot. Just move on. Basic tennis footwork, we call it ready position, right? Some people call it waiting position. You could be waiting for the serve, for to return the serve, but your feet are shoulder width apart. Obviously, this is good balance, good responsiveness, because now in this position, you've actually have the ability to burst this way or burst this way, always laying on your toes, the balls of your feet, with your heels just barely off the ground. Just this much actually makes a huge difference in your ability to actually burst forward and to the right and to the left. The adjustment set, it's actually basically really just small steps, you know. And as you know, in doubles, you're never still. You're always moving to cover your area in the box. And I'll do it on the tennis court so you can kind of see. But if this is your starting position and you're in a reading or a waiting position, the first thing you do when the ball goes back and forth is you're going to move with it. And all I'm doing is taking little steps. But you notice I'm not running forward this way. I'm not backpedaling. I'm certainly not doing any of that. So the adjustment step is really key to keep, I mean, I'm not doing anything, but I'm still moving, right? That's really important. Weight transfer, obviously we know in tennis, we want all of our energy to be going into our stroke, whether that's a ground stroke, whether it's a volley and overhead, everything into your shot. And as you know, as you backpedal or you're kind of going in this way and you hit a ball, typically that ball, the result is short. And that means good news for the people on the other side of the net because they don't have to actually run it down usually. Side shuffle position. I know you guys have heard me harp on this. This is my favorite tennis position of all. So when we're in a position and we're playing, we typically have a player there, and there. And all we're doing is moving with the ball, and we constantly moving. So if we're in ready or waiting position, our rackets are here, we're gonna be moving with that. If we have to cover our alley, it's always a side shuffle. And that right there will prevent almost every time you move falling over, right? You're in a good balanced position, shoulder widths apart, doesn't matter how you're moving. You're in a position, I'm not backpedaling, but I'm going backwards, right? And the other thing too that people don't realize, and I did this with, where'd Lee go? She's not here, she took off. Anyway, so Lee and I had a race. I backpedaled. She sidestepped, you know, little Lee, she's about this tall. She beat me, right? Because these steps are way wider than this. So you can actually cover more ground sidestepping. Better footwork, better balance, more efficient. Overhead position, this sidestep is actually the same thing. So when you're at the net and the ball goes up and we turn, I'm effectively in a sidestep position. So now, forwards and backwards, if I have to run, then I just turn and go, right? But never that. Does anybody have any questions on any of that? More mimosas? Right.
So now we just gotta practice, right? So I told Eric he's gonna get all of these fancy things on the court and do a class so we can really practice it without doing a real, play, and then it transfers over. So muscle memory sets in, and it's just second nature. You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, she used the term muscle memory, and as we all know, when we go out and develop our game, we want the same thing to happen every time. Same ground stroke, same volley, same everything, right? Same toss. Believe it or not, that's muscle memory. So it's the same way with training your body as it is for training your tennis ground strokes and that stuff.
So be on the lookout for that new class coming up we're gonna do on the court. After prime time, of course.
So I do kind of want to get people involved here, and I'd like to do it on the tennis court because to me, when we do these things on a tennis court, we see how we're able to cover certain parts of the court and how either efficient or inefficient it is depending on how you're using your feet. So let's have, not Jim.
Too many mimosas.
He just said, I'm out of here. Pam, you want to come on out?
Woo!
We'll use Pam. So I'm going to use two targets. They're just flat, little flat targets. Got them on Amazon. No, you don't need a racket. And this is the side shuffle. And so I actually picked Pam because we talked about this the other day. We'll do this together. And we're going to face the crowd. And we're going to start in our ready position, our waiting position. And we're going to go this way. So we're going to move with our side steps. Okay, so she's chosen to go that way. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go this way, and then I'm going to pivot. There you go. Now pivot, right leg forward. There it is. Now you're sidestepping this way, and now you're going backwards. So you're going to go this way, and you can do that. 8 to 10 times. You can do 3 sets. We're going to do a power step over 2 targets. Do you have any questions on that? That's pretty basic. You can use anything you want, right? You put a towel down, something that doesn't have a high lift though, because you don't want to catch an edge on that. This is what they call a power. And you can also see how this is going to be beneficial. So you're here and ready, always in ready position, right? So shoulder width apart, out, toes, on your toes. You're going to burst off this way. You do that. But you can see when I land, I'm trying to keep my feet shoulder widths apart, so I maintain balance throughout the whole thing. And so on and so forth. Again, 8 to 10 reps, 3 sets, at your own pace. You don't have to go fast. It's not about that. It's about building your muscle memory. Crossover step 1 target. Again, the crossover. Okay, if you do 1, if you start doing more than 1, or switching feet, because the ball's going to go this way as well as this way. So sometimes you go, oh crap, it's this way. Oh shoot, it's this way. Not good. This step is actually designed for 1. So you are here and then here, right? So it's just one of those bursts, right? So here and then here. We never want to go too many over the side. The next one is the side to side jump step. Yeah, this is going to be a trick. So we're going to go this way and hold it. Believe it or not, that's not hard. That's not easy. But it's about balance, right? And agility. So if we can do this, I can just feel it on the outside of my leg here. And you could do the same thing. And again, we always say 8 to 10 reps, 3 sets, at your own pace. Take time in between. And we see that I'm getting winded here because I'm doing it correctly, right? Get that burn. Okay, the quick split step. This is kind of a cool one. It's where you're in ready position, and then you take off. And then you take off. You can morph that into a side step, but it's basically just keeping your feet happy, moving them around. Don't get flat-footed. Once we get our heels planted, we're toast. Figure 8, step around 2 targets in a figure 8 pattern. Pam was kind of doing this earlier. She can give me a breather. So she's gonna come around this way, sidestepping the whole way. Yep. Very good. You can make your patterns wider. You create the intensity.
It's like a new dance.
Okay.
I like it.
Here we go. I'm following her now. You can do it with a buddy. All right. And then you're it. Don't cheat. I am winded, yeah. Yeah, if you do it right, it's gonna be one of those things.
I like it.
So that's it for the drills. All your paperwork has all of those on there. There was an actual link that I used to get some of this. It's the, I don't have the name of it, but it's on YouTube. I can send you the link. But yeah, that's it. Do you have any questions?
Was it this one?
Yeah, I don't even know how to say it. It's the French guy that coaches Serena. That's the guy. Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, he's got a bunch of YouTube stuff.
Oglo Academy.
Yeah, exactly. But I can certainly email it to you or text it.
Should we try a couple of those techniques?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys want to come on out here and do a little?
Yeah, try it. We could go
Jim,
through
come on
those
out.
techniques again.
Take a dance class.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. Actually, Jim, that's a really good point. So any footwork type fun you can have, it doesn't matter if it's dancing, it doesn't matter what the kind of dancing it is, right? It's all going to contribute to balance and agility. And that's really what we're trying to do, is to keep ourselves balanced on the tennis court. You know,
You see the professional athletes doing it, so why can't we?
Yep.
Right? They're out there taking ballet and playing football, or on the Pilates reformer.
Yep.
Those big pro athletes.
So we've been here doing this demonstration for 35 minutes. We've gotten through all of Danielle's portion and all of my portion. If you guys just did this 3 days a week, or even 2, whatever you can actually handle, you will see an improvement in your footwork on the tennis court, right? And it'll be more efficient, and you won't be as tired like I am right now.
And less likely to get injured,
Bingo.
which is a huge setback.
Yep.
And beat all your friends
There you go.
if
yeah.
you're competitive.
Get a buddy. Make it a game. Play tag.
Oh yeah. So I have been videotaping us this whole time, so I will put that little video of me in the beginning on our website, so you can access it. Absolutely.
No, so the drills are the ones I just did. Yeah, those are just more you want to do.
Right.
And then she did her warm up.
You can incorporate a little bit of that into a warm-up for sure, but you wouldn't have to do like a whole 30-minute program and get tired and then go play.
Well, see, and you wouldn't even have to have a target necessarily if you. That's kind of why I did it out here as a demonstration, with the ready position, waiting position, and then turning, and just set in your mind where your targets are going to be. Right? You can use the T here. You can do the shuffle around it. You can do the figure 8 with 2 T's. Right? You can make it larger, make it smaller. If you have these, that's great. If not, you can use a towel or something. Make sure you're making a nice wide sweep though, so you don't catch your foot on anything. They actually show you to do it with a racket. So you can use this as a target. Again, don't hit it.
Don't
if you're
trip
gonna
on
trip,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So make your wide sweeps. Same thing. Your jump step, and hold it. Get that balance. Hold it. Yep.
Yeah.
But you notice, the more I jump and hold it lower, the better balance I have. Once I come up, I'm a little bit off balance.
And brush up every once in a while with an SGT, a small group training with
Yep.
Eric, or a one-on-one, or get a buddy and do a buddy training.
We'll definitely let you know when we put together the classes, and we'll do a lot of this and incorporate, and we'll change things up too. Make it look nice and exciting, fresh. Always can take these home with you.
So stretch time?
Yeah, afterwards.
Okay. So once you're done playing, it doesn't have to be right after, but it has to be some time before you go to bed that night, is the passive stretches. Those are the stretches where you're holding for 30 seconds. You're not bouncing, you're not wiggling, you're not balancing. You're literally just holding the stretch for 30 seconds. This is a really good one to prevent shin splints, plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, cramping. Who wakes up in the middle of the night with cramps or restless leg syndrome? You can do them both at the same time, or you can do them one at a time. This is just a nice wedge to prop you up, to give you some more support and a little bit more length. These are also designed to stack, so you can make it even more of a stretch if you wanted to. But the calf stretch is probably one of your most important stretches to do, especially with a game like tennis, or even just walking or hiking, right? You can do it without that. You've seen like a runner stretch just like this, Or I'm gonna use the step here. This is a great spot. If you hold on, because you don't want to be bouncing or falling, hold on. One heel goes down over the edge, if you can see me. And again, I am not bouncing, I am not jerking, because you don't want to rip little microfiber tendons off the bone. So you're just nice and easy. So there's a couple different ways to do it. You can do stretches laying down, obviously, in bed. We have stretching straps that you can use. The other really important stretch is your hamstring stretch. So from where you're seated, just prop one foot out and the other leg bent, and then just try to reach straight forward. And if you're flexible, you can try to reach for the toe. And whatever position you stretch into, hold it for 30 seconds. Just nice and consistent. And maybe let's put your heel on the ground. So for leverage. Yeah, there you go. 30 seconds on each. You feel the back of the leg, right? The hamstring stretch is the first thing to stretch when you feel like you have lower back pain or tightness or discomfort, because the hamstrings come and attach to the bottom of your pelvis, and it will shift and move your pelvis, which puts pressure on your low back. So after the calf stretch, your next most important stretch is that hamstring stretch, because you're trying to avoid lower back pain. The other important stretch is a basic quad stretch. Some people can reach and do something like this, but if you start going crazy like, oh, Danielle, I can't reach, you're gonna hurt yourself. So don't do that. Here's another good way. Just prop your foot up behind you. Then you don't have to hold it. But you gotta be holding on to something, because I told you it's really dangerous to be balancing at the same time as stretching. That's a recipe for disaster. I'm not saying it's wrong, it's like an advanced yoga class, but for us, it's just not worth it. We're not gonna be effective at one or the other. So you're either balancing or you're stretching, but you're not doing both at the same time. If you're laying in bed, you can just dangle one leg over the edge of the bed and stretch it that way as well. But these quads are important to stretch, because what happens, we get tighter and shorter and the muscle shrinks. And I'm exaggerating, but this is what happens. You lose your posture. The other thing that happens is you start to put pressure on your patellar tendon. So now all these muscles are pulling on that little tendon above your kneecap, and you get patellar tendonitis. So good posture, avoid tendonitis, just a quad stretch. It helps your hip stretch as well, because a lot of the day we're sitting, so that cramps up your hip. So the upper body posture, you can use anything as leverage, but you're just rotating gently. You're doing the opposite of this. Tennis, reading, driving, everything's here. So you just have to do the opposite. And just put this into your routine. I mean, you could do it every day. And then other side.
And then everybody knows what I do when she gives me a high five. She's in that position. What is that position on the tennis court? It's a serve and an overhead. Right, so there's a lot of things that translate into what we do on the tennis court. Everything she's showing you as far as stretching and agilities and balance and stuff, you can translate that on different moves we have out here. Your foundation, which is the key to tennis, right? You have to have a good foundation. All of this stuff Danielle showed you is a really good way to actually reinforce that all those muscles, tendons, and things like that. And stretching, of course, is always necessary.
Yeah, it's twofold. You get the range of motion for your serve, so it's there for you, it's available for you, but then you're also stretching the muscles, so you're lengthening and realigning those muscle fibers to avoid the cramps and the tendonitis. So yeah, it's double good. The other one is your grip, right? You're gripping a lot on the racket. So you've heard of tennis elbow, golfer's elbow. Relax the shoulder, straighten out the elbow, and then gently pull these fingertips down. So that's gonna get this side, which is your golfer's elbow, because it's that part of your elbow. 30 seconds. But the shoulder, ooh, what's that?
For a right-handed person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, opposite for the lefties.
Relax, relax. You don't want to give yourself neck issues or shoulder issues by just stretching. So relax. So that's one side, but now the other side, right? So down.
And we've all been in the situation with our dominant hand where we squeeze this racket and the handle and your fingers are white, right? But in tennis, we don't squeeze it the whole entire time. You squeeze just before impact. But when we do get into a situation where it gets tight, just take 5 minutes, stretch out, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah. That's great, but when your elbow is bent, you are not getting the full muscle stretch. So you have to have a straight elbow. If you can't reach, you just need to use leverage. So you straighten and you find something for leverage. But your elbow has to be straight or you only get half credit.
Not to mention you need 2 hands on the steering wheel, Marilyn. Okay. There you
But
go.
the other big thing is you have to do both, because this one's gonna help this tendon into the bone, and then this one's gonna help that. So you've got 2 points of issues there where you can get a lot of pain, right? Both sides of your elbow. You can feel that bony bone right there. One on this side, one on this side. So you will get pain right where the tendon attaches to the bone if all of those muscles are cramped up. And vice versa, if all of these muscles are cramped up, you'll get pain right where the tendon attaches to the bone. So you just gotta, massage it, go to the spa, get a massage, do your stretches, and you can do it in bed before you go to bed. Like I said, you don't have to lay down on the tennis court and do stretches right away. You can enjoy your glass of wine and then hop in bed and do your stretches. Or take a stretch class, it's on your handout. Questions?
Who's ready to try to put this into some play? Anybody?
Oh yeah, and I can play some.
Pam again. So Pam took a lesson the other day, and we covered a little bit of this stuff. But I was going to show you how this side shuffle works. You know we don't want to get jammed up on a ground stroke, right? So anytime the ball comes at us, we've got to get out of the way so we can actually swing long, right? Have our arms almost fully extended. And that's... Well, yeah, right. But I'm kind of sidestepping out of the way when the ball's here. So here's the, but you're right, we don't want to do that. So if I'm doing the side shuffles, right, I can do this, I can hit that way, I can go this way, I'm stepping out of the way, right, and then I'm going forward, energy forward. And what we would do is we would have Pam, come on out. Yeah, come on out here, and we're gonna do just your forehand. So remember the other day where we're here and you're stepping out of the way, so you're gonna stand right here, right where I am at. Stand right with me, and then you're gonna back out this way. Yeah. Yeah, and they're gonna go to the tee, keep shuffling around that way. Okay, one more time. You're just side stepping the whole way. Once you get to the tee, you're gonna get a ground stroke. There you go, you see how that works? Just out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. She's planted and she's transferred energy forward. That's it. Now she's going to go around this side. Yep, your forehand, or we could do a backhand, either way. So back out of the way, come forward. That's it. So as long as you're moving out of the way, using that side step for balance, right? You're gonna be safer than if you try to do any type of crossover or anything along those lines. And that's easy to do. You can do that with a training buddy, right? Just 2 people can come out here with a target. And we could just use one, right? We could do it together. So we come this way. Now she's gonna hit a backhand. Right? So we're gonna come around. And side step, now she's gonna come hit backhand. And so you can do both sides, right? And you can amp up the intensity. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways we could do this. But the one thing that I really wanted to demonstrate for everybody was how to get out of the way using that side step. So once we're out of here, right? Now switch over, out of the way. And then energy's forward. So one more time to the forehand, go this way. Perfect, side step, one more time. That side step all the way to the target, all the way out here, all the way out here. Boom. Easy, easy. Thank you. And I don't know about you guys, I didn't think she was out of bounds at all at any of that. And it's at your own pace, right? You just do it at your own pace. Take a breather when you need a breather.
I get my exercise being the ball girl.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to give it a try? A little practice?
Yeah. You know, that honestly, Jim, that's time on court, right? The more time on court, the more you start recognizing the trajectory and the pace and the spins and things like that, which all goes into what you're talking about. But the one thing that I do recommend is when you're at the far end of the court, and this person's at this far end, you have 78 feet. So it's like 78 feet of time, depending on how the ball comes to you. You just make the decision, I'm gonna hit a forehand or a backhand. And once you do that, you get into your side shuffle position. And now it's just these little side steps to get into, and you just try to stay long. Ball machine practice. I saw you up there. That's a good one. That's a good one to practice. You can practice this stuff up there, right? Be very intentional with your footwork and practice how that works and how that distance away from the ball, works out for you.
Yeah, hard to gauge.
Anybody else? Okay.
I can turn on a few little music tunes and you guys can play or practice. Sometimes it's good when it's fresh in your brain to practice a few things.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
Anybody?
And if you wanted to sign up on the email list, we'll be monthly sending out all of our new classes and trainings. And we'll be here for questions. But thanks for coming, you guys. Thank you. And thanks for playing tennis. Woo! And living longer.
Eric, do you have a service class?
What's a service?
Every time I serve,
Oh,
I
just serve.
So we offer small group trainings, Jim. We can do our 15-minute clinic, which is every second and fourth Wednesday of the month, typically, unless it's a holiday. And we can address some of those things. I'll just give you a quick tip. The service is typically 90% of the time it's your toss. So that is, again, it's just muscle memory. Same place every time. Wind and sun affect that, right? Sometimes, so there's other factors we're not in control of, but if you can just try to get in the same place each time. 1 o'clock, you're right-handed, so on a right-handed person, it's at 1 o'clock. I'd be happy to work with you on that.